Hey, welcome to the Third World server, and I am at the city of Bowland, built by Turns the Page.
Hello,
And here he is joining me on TeamSpeak.
hello everyone.
And this is the plaza here, right?
Um, yes, this is the main city centre.
Does the plaza have a name specifically?
I just call it the Central Plaza.
Okay,
It's
the
in
Central
Nita.
Plaza. So most of the buildings around this plaza are embassies, right?
Most of them, yes, from various player factions, some of which don't exist anymore, like Shiloh over there.
Would you like to go over some of them before we go inside the buildings?
Um, this embassy was one that was created on the original Third World map. It was the large American-style dome, as you can tell by the flags.
Yes, more like Civil War era.
That sort of area, yes.
Back when the flag still had a circle of stars.
Um, yes, I think I based it on the Texan flag originally.
Alright. I think the last time I went in here, it was not finished.
Mm,
And it
I
was
haven't
still...
re-
Oh, go ahead.
I haven't really decorated the interiors much of the minor buildings. So this is supposed to be a ambassadorial office. Um, you wouldn't really get much out of going inside every single one, since they're all basically the same layout of office desks and conference rooms.
Alright, well, we can sort of glaze over, I guess, the rest of the embassies. Although I do want to look in the Lycian embassy. That's kind of represents the stuff that I built. Alright. Jim never stays long.
No,
But I think it's like 1 in the morning where he is. Or no, it's
more like 9 o'clock, I think.
yeah, it's 9 o'clock. Yeah, okay, this is similar. You should you don't like putting signs on the sides of the stair blocks for chairs to make armrests?
No, I feel people should have to support their own weight and not be lazy and rely on armrests.
So it's more an issue of posture for you.
Yes.
Alright, yeah, so yeah, you weren't kidding. It's pretty much the same. Okay.
Yeah.
This is slightly different. Is this sort of like the top floor here, all these desks, are those I don't remember the name, like accountants or something?
That sort of thing, yes. Auditors and minor civil servants for the ambassador's staff.
Alright. So why don't we just... Okay, so that one over there was Shiloh. This is Lycia. This green Swedish flag is...
That's Freljord, that's James, his kingdom in the north somewhere.
Yes.
And this is the Yorkish Empire, which has a large number of players, most of whom are online now. Mojo Core is their emperor, their king, I think.
And David and Edderks, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Uh, this red and gray yellow flag, that's Boland's flag, right?
That's the flag of Bowland, yes. I designed it by combining the flags of Lancashire and the Vatican City, mostly at random. I just didn't want to make something that was a cross or a circle or something, so the checker pattern seemed the best option.
Yes. So, do you want to look in the, what is this building here? This is the government building, right?
This is the Parliament building.
The Parliament building. Once we're done looking in the inside, I'll fly around the exterior too.
This would be the main parliament. I designed it mostly based on the British Parliament, with a sort of speaker's chair and seats for the members of the parliament.
This also kind of looks like a courtroom, for the style of the courtroom that I've seen in like British television shows.
I suppose they're all mostly built at the same time, so it would look similar.
So does Bowland have a king or a president?
Calling him the Lord of Bowland at the moment.
Ah, so that's where he would sit.
Yeah, I haven't much fleshed out their politics as such. This would generally be his advisors and officials in his government. His own residence would be the palace, which would be across the water, which I haven't built yet, over to the north.
That way over on that hill?
On the hill, yes.
Alright.
The smaller rooms in here are quite similar to the other buildings. They're offices for officials and just the general day-to-day running of the city.
Yes, okay.
I put the pot plants in because, well, I figured the place looks less bland and grey with them.
Well, that's like most government buildings, like add like plants and stuff so that like everyone to try and just so that people, like, they're trying to make people not feel so dead inside. That's the idea.
The ones I've worked in have. They were all plantless. So
Oh. Well, they just didn't care whether or not you felt dead inside.
that does explain why I left, I suppose.
So are these like conference tables?
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Just sort of like a viewing place for the public or something?
Yeah, like a public gallery.
Cool. That's pretty much everything in here, I believe. Got a miscellaneous crafting table still.
Oh dear, there's probably thousands of them around somewhere.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all the inside of the Parliament.
Alright, I'm going to fly around the exterior. Then next in the plaza is the church. Is the Arc de Triomphe enterable at all? Is it just
No, it's entirely sealed, mostly filled with dirt scaffolding, so I wouldn't go in there.
Yeah. Alright. Cool. Oh, there's a little balcony here. I can jump off of. Yeah. Okay. So when I first saw you building this church, I thought it looked like crap.
Yeah, you thought it didn't look anything like a church.
And then I actually, because I was watching the miniseries Sherlock, I actually saw like a church that actually looked exactly like this. It was somewhere in the north, where they were filming, I think.
I actually designed it based on a sort of mix of Roman and French churches, which is why it has the large sort of vaulted front, but with the tall spire, yeah. And this is obviously a continuation of the earlier churches I'd done on previous maps, which was the cult of the NPCs, which is why they have their statues.
Yes.
They haven't got a particularly fleshed out religion. It's just mostly.
Well, last time it was Cthulhu based, wasn't it?
Yes, it is still sort of based on those Lovecraftian styles, but the idea was the people of this city wouldn't be so heavily into the occult side of it. They were more into the following the sort of trappings and appearances of faith rather than being into murdering and sacrificing.
Oh, it's a shame. Although I understand, I can sort of see the sentiment that they would have against murdering and sacrificing, given how people treat the NPCs on this map lately.
Yes, they've not had a good run of it.
No. This is the graveyard.
Yes, with the excellent gravel pits.
Yeah. I wish I had thought of that.
Yeah, obviously the best way to keep a coffin in the ground is cover it in light gravel, but there's no real way you can make the colour different unless you use podzol, which is hard to get hold of.
Yep. And this building here, I don't know what this one is.
This is the residence of the bishop, where he would be able to perform services and live quite close to the cathedral.
He's got a pretty swanky house.
Yeah, it does take ages to get this much quartz and clay. I'm basically tearing apart a mesa biome to get it.
The mesa? For quartz? Yeah. You mean like the red sand?
For the clay, yeah.
Oh, for the clay. Oh, okay. So I thought you were talking about the quartz, yeah. No. That's what I was actually in the middle of doing earlier, is mining out a mesa plateau for another project that I'm not going to talk about. So before we look at the other most recent buildings, do we want to look at the docks since that's mostly finished?
We can do, yes.
Okay. How large do you plan on making this city?
Probably about half as big again. The other two districts will be mostly the general residential area and shops and a sort of wealthy district, but there will be the castle as well, so it'll probably be about 50% larger.
Oh, we encounter a random Turpie.
Yes, I'm paying him to act as an NPC here.
Really?
No, I think he's just gone AFK.
Oh, that would have been hilarious. Just to have Turpie just standing there, miscellaneously milling about.
So the idea with the dock district was that it would be sort of run down and dirty and sort of rough and ready area with a lot of criminal types.
Turpie would fit right in.
Yeah. So these buildings are quite roughly made out of cobble and wooden pilings.
So this is the auction house?
Yeah, for selling sort of trade goods that come in by ship.
Yeah. So, since this is sort of like where the lower class people would be, you still insist upon them not having armrests?
I hadn't really thought of that. I just didn't want to make loads of signposts for everything.
Mm. They're a lot easier to manage now.
They don't really look the same colour in my texture pack, so that may be part of it. This is the bakery. So these are supposed to be large bread ovens that will be sold out front to passing sailors and dock workers.
No, I like how you, oh,
Yeah,
I like how,
this is generally residential areas.
yeah. I like how you say that this is where the lower class people live, but yet they still have very large houses, except for the fisherman slums that we'll see in a minute. So are these wool colors supposed to be different sort of goods?
This is supposed to be a wool shop, sort of
Ah,
semi-storage area shop. Those colours aren't meant to be the colours of McDonald's. Those were just the colours I had on me at the time.
well, I didn't say anything about McDonald's, but I was thinking it. Not that I actually like McDonald's at all. I am Jack in the Box all the way.
I don't know what that is, being British.
Yeah, no, they don't have Jack in the Box there. It's basically like McDonald's how it used to be like 30 years ago. I assume, I don't know. Definitely a lot better.
This is the Census and Excise Office, kind of based on the one in Morrowind. So they come in here and be recorded on their entry into the city.
Like, I know what you're saying, I mean, it's not meant to be, like, visually a replica.
No, it'd be obviously just on the same lines as taxation and just controlling who's coming and going.
Yeah.
And it has a sort of warehouse in the basement for collecting contraband.
I like to put signposts on the sides of the square blocks for them being crates.
Yes, you like to put posts on a lot of things, apparently.
Well, they're not really posts when you put them on stuff. They're just
Fine,
more like
yeah.
plates, their texture. Is there one more? Nope. Okay. This ship is a ship.
The BSS Demeter, yes. Named after the ship in Dracula. This is supposed to be the first prototype of the Navy, for the Bowland Navy. I haven't got around to designing any other ships yet.
I'm trying to think right now how to better make a wheel.
I've seen some done where it was 3 levers all the way around it, so that it was like you had handles all the way around.
I don't know. I don't think that would look quite right, because it would be either to the right or left if you put it on top.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you... Can't you... I'm wondering if we could... Oh, I don't know. We're kind of digressing.
Yeah.
So then, there's this building. This is like a tavern?
Yeah, the Rusty Cutlass, I think I named it.
Rusty Cutlass. Whoa.
Quite tightly packed in here.
Your channel.
Yes. Hey, it's Papa Fern.
Oh dear. This was designed to be a sort of fire pit where people would sit around and eat stew, I suppose, while the area is full of sand.
Yes.
I've apparently found a lot of people just run straight in and jump in the fire and then have a go at me for not covering it up. But I like the look of it being exposed flames like that.
Yeah.
And upstairs we have basically common rooms for visiting sailors to sleep in and tables for them to play cards at.
Is this like a more expensive room here?
Yeah, this would be one where the sheets would be more likely to be clean.
Clean by our standards, or...
By their standards, I'm
standards.
afraid.
These
This
are
is for,
sleeping mats on the floor here, the carpet.
yeah, for those who can't actually afford even the dirtier beds.
Yeah. Nice. Is this the new dark oak?
It is, yes.
Mm. That's only found in the roofed forests, right?
Yeah, I went to one and collected a load of saplings and brought them here.
And you still got that kind of farm situation you got going right over there.
Yeah, just a few of them. These are supposed to be jetties for smaller fishing vessels that would ride up straight onto the beach. Obviously, these smaller huts being the fishermen's huts. I built them in the style of Angkor from the old Third World map, with the idea that they would be sort of refugees from that city, come to live a poorer life here.
Yeah, I see. I recognize the roofing style. They all have this same interior. Are you gonna eventually like put little bits of food in the chests?
It's possible.
Because that's something that I used to do. I used to put like 2 pieces of bread per person.
It's quite an undertaking to put furniture in every house, let alone food items in every chest.
Mm. I had some kind of big farm situation going on back when I was Third World was exclusively single player. I just don't remember where I did it. Where have you been like randomly placing like using the herbalism skill of MCMMO to get these mossy blocks?
I have. It's not been working very much, but you get about 5 blocks for every stack of seeds.
Yeah. It's not very efficient unless you have an insanely high level.
Well, I do have an insanely high level, but it's still not very efficient.
Or are you like level 300?
300 nearly, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's once you get to like 1,000, it gets to the higher rate. There are a couple of more buildings, but I think I would like to hold off showing those because those aren't really complete, except for
Yeah.
the hospital and the other. But
Okay.
let's take a fly around the rest. Sort of take it in because it really looks cool from the air, especially when you look at it in the Dyn map. Oh, there's a couple of buildings over there that we didn't look at, but those are just more residential buildings.
Yeah,
I
they're
think.
just smaller residences with the same sort of basic furnishings.
Still sort of poor, but got enough income to actually have a house instead of a hut on
Yeah.
stands. Before we end the video, oh, he turned his mic off. I wanted him to tell everyone how Irish he was.
Papa Fern?
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, here he goes. Quickly, Fern. Quickly and a little bit louder, tell everyone how Irish you are.
My name is Paddy. Paddy Shamrock. My accent is terrible. Yay.
Okay. And he's muted his mic again.
Oh dear.
Alright. Well, was there anything else that you wanted to go over, Terrence?
That was it for now, I think. Obviously, it's going to take quite a while to build the rest of the city. It's taken about 3 months to build this.
Yeah.
So that's it, really.
We got a first-time guy. If I were to make any suggestions, I don't know if this is really possible, but I think it'd be cool if you like had some kind of banners or something. I guess it wouldn't really work coming off the census and exercise building, but like some kind of streamers or banners that sort of like came down diagonally and hooked up to the markets or something.
Yeah, I thought about that. Well, there is one joining the bank with the church.
Oh, there
I had
is?
planned well, it's just one flag suspended.
Oh, the flag, yeah.
I had planned to have more streamers sort of dotting the place just to make it look more full at the eye level.
Yeah. Also, you could, like, add some stuff to the sides here, like some individual stalls, maybe?
Yeah, I was originally getting the buildings up first and sort of going to put more flavour items in later, like, cranes and crates for just to make the place look busy.
Yes.
Fill up the floor.
And so, do you plan on having somehow getting NPC villagers around here?
I hadn't really planned on that. The nearest NPC villages are about 5,000 blocks away.
Yeah, I do intend to have a sign shop eventually that sells NPC eggs, though.
Well, I might put some in, but they do annoy me with them murmuring and running around and opening the doors all the time.
Okay. Well, thanks for co-narrating the video with me, Turns.
Thank you for having me.
And I'll see you guys on the server later.